Alright, guys, we are back here on the Ascended Cast, episode 7. Back here with my boy Matt.
Yo, what's up?
Welcome back. you were gone for that one episode. We had to replace you with Mr. Clint.
Yep.
Mr. Clint Kemmock. Were you able to listen to that episode?
I got like 3/4 of the way through.
Oh, did you? Nice.
Yeah, I think right before the story about me.
Which one?
I don't know. You talking about? You said.
When you were looking for your stuff.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Yeah. Well, you're back on here. I feel like today's episode is gonna be this little catch-up episode, kind of where we're both at, because part of the reason why we were able to do that last episode together is our schedules are all over the place.
Yeah, fucking life.
Not bad problem to have though. Like I said, we're both doing our thing out there, grinding.
Yeah.
Grinding. So just tell us a little bit about what's going on, man. What do you got planned? What do you got going on? How's it going?
It's going good. It's going well. Got a couple more clients. We got some, good amount of new members coming in. So it's like
Coming in for that CrossFit.
Yeah, slowly but surely. It's one of those things that's just like a little, better. It's take one step every day. Go out and do something every single day. Something little that contributes in each little category. Sometimes I spread myself a little thin.
Yeah, I know how that goes. I know how that goes.
And so I have to like prioritize which ones are going to benefit me the most now, and then also the long run, which is really hard because like I need shit now, but I also need to understand that like the long run is going to take a lot of application, and if I don't just stop every now and then and just apply and apply and apply and then understand that concept more.
Yeah, it's literally like a building. It's like
Yeah.
you're building, and it's like when something takes time, like it's a process. So
And it's like, everybody else has different circumstances, and so like I have to really understand that mine's my own, so I can't look in the outside and then compare or like I can't like
I mean, at the end of the day,
I can't look at somebody and just be like, how I put in so much fucking work, how come I'm not there? So it's like that. It's not that I think like that, but it's like I feel like that in my old self would have came up.
Yeah.
And so like me being me now, like it's kind of funny to see how like there might be those little like instances of a trigger. You know how people how you can get like a bam little trigger, and it's just like, okay, what is that?
Yeah.
So it's like, do you step into that trigger, or do you identify it and then move on? Because that's the difference. Because like I can identify triggers. I don't react from the triggers.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, I think that's just kind of more of a everyday battle.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and fucking tell you like, oh yeah, I got that shit figured out to where that shit don't bug me anymore.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, it's day by day for me. It's like there's some days where shit won't fucking bug me, shit won't bother me, where I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm good. Like I trust what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And there's other days just based off of the experience that fuck, like this motherfucker is doing this or this motherfucker is doing that.
Yeah.
And like it's like fuck, like I'm like how you said I'm putting in all this show, I'm doing all this time, and like I feel like they have more to show for it.
Yeah.
And it's just like okay, and when I do see that happen, it's just like okay, let's go reground ourselves. Why am I doing this? Am I doing this because I'm worried about what fucking so and so is gonna think, or am I doing this because I'm trying to make my life better? At the end of the day, I don't know what they're going home to.
Yeah.
I only know what I had to go home to, what I have to live with, what my predicament is. And so I think that's kind of been one thing that's helped me work with that kind of feeling. I want to call it like FOMO, like more like, okay, like you kind of like you have to do more. And so, especially where I'm at, like where I'm at, like it's really easy to fall into that shit. Like you see people fucking doing shows, you see fucking people hitting PRs, you see fucking people's businesses blowing up, or you see people fucking loving up and doing shit, getting new cars and stuff like that, or like moving to the fucking jail place where you're like, damn, like they're fucking doing it. And then it's just like, well, what the fuck am I doing? Like I'm here, I'm putting all this time and I'm putting all this work in. And I'll say I'm very comfortable and confident in myself now. And I think, and this comes, I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh, you're going to know this right away. I think I've had enough life experience amongst people to understand the human behavior and human nature to where like I can see through bullshit. I can see when people are actually working and actually fucking thriving and being successful. And I can see when people are I'll say thriving and just fucking trying to throw it in everyone's face, but they're not really doing that well.
Mm.
So I think there's that show, like, okay, like I'm gonna show everybody I'm doing well, but then I have fucking $6 in my bank account, or I'm fucking behind on rent 2 months, or I fucking maxed out my credit cards, or like shit like that, to where like I know, because I've seen it firsthand. Like I've seen people that fucking on Instagram or fucking walking with a nice new car, but they're behind 3 months, or they fucking are about to fucking get their shit repoed. And just like, what the fuck? Like, why are you doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you trying to go show everybody when you don't have it? And it's just a fucking rat race.
Mm-hmm.
The rat race of like, okay, like I want to be the next thing, or I want people to notice me, or I want this. And so I think that's one thing that I've kind of come to terms with. Because I kind of did have that mindset for a long time. Was like I was in that rat race of like, oh, I need people to see me do this, or I need people to see me like know that I'm doing this or that. And now, like, I'll say, like, to an extent, I do give a fuck, but now I don't really give a fuck. Like, right now, like, things, I've been on this wave, but things have been going really well for me, and I don't feel the need or want to be like, oh, yeah, like, I'm doing this, or I'm doing that, or I'm planning this, or I'm planning that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for me, just, like, just do the fucking work. Do the fucking work and see what happens. Don't talk about it. Don't fucking try to fucking flex on people. Don't try to fucking show people, like, oh, like, this is what I'm doing. Just fucking do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because what happens when you don't do it? No one's gonna give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So just fucking do it. And that's kind of, from that standpoint, I get where you're coming from. It's just like, you wonder, like, okay, I'm putting all this hard work in, I'm fucking grinding, doing all this shit, but this motherfucker over here is fucking doing all this shit, like...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I feel like it's more like, I mean, like you said, it doesn't happen to me every day, like you said, like, it's like, you know, one day you just don't give a fuck, but then I think it's just those days sometimes where I get caught in my head where I'm just like, I want this shit so fucking bad that, like, it almost, it gives me this sense of...
Yeah, you want to hear something funny, too?
Yeah.
Is, how I can relate to that is, like, I was watching the McGregor and fucking Poirier fight over the weekend, and, like, for instance, my mind was like, damn, that shit would be fucking dope to be there that weekend for the fight weekend, like, fucking partying, fucking just being there and that whole experience, and it's like that FOMO comes in, like, damn, like, yeah, I want to be doing that, I should be there, like, how cool would that fucking be?
Oh, I was talking more along the lines of in my business.
Well, yeah, and how I said how I go back to business, like, like,
yeah,
you know,
no, like I wasn't talking about like events, even though I do really want to go like certain events, but luckily I bought hard summer tickets before COVID, and then when COVID happened, it rolled over, so I just had two tickets.
Okay.
I've never been. Hopefully, you know, this year's dope, but like
hard summer's whack, bro.
Is it?
It's a lot of fucking underage fucking...
Is it?
Yeah.
I never been, so I bought the tickets. I bought the tickets, like I said, before COVID. And so, like I was like, oh, cool, like, Hard Summer's coming out. I've never been. So, boom, I bought those 2 tickets. And plus, it landed on Nellie's birthday. So, I was like, that'd be a cool, you know, birthday present.
Yeah.
And, you know, so, like, then, boom, it never happened.
Yeah.
And so, like, I was like, all right, bet. Like, I didn't even know it was this close.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, I got fucking Hard Summer coming up. So, like, I have, you know, like, and then there's, like, other events that I really want to go to, but I was talking more along the lines of, like, business-wise. Like, I have my vision. I know exactly what I want, like, in certain terms, you know, of what I want to do. It's just, like, the whole process of getting there is just, like, I have to just remind myself patience.
And what do you think that process is?
Oh,
Cause I feel like when it comes to being an entrepreneur,
it's gonna be mine's a lot more school, like a lot more. I need a lot more hands on, and so like, but I'm paying for everything, and like you know, and it's like everything's up, and so it's like, it's just like because I'm literally within the first like year of being my own. Not even the first year, to be honest. It's like because I had to go through quite a bit of school to get to where I can start applying my own practice. Yeah. So it's like it's probably within the first like half year, like 6 to 7 months.
Yeah, I was like 2 years because we're rolling into like fucking.
No, of me like being my own like boss, like being my own like who I'm gonna be is what I serve, like what's my service. Okay. And so, like, my service entails so many fucking things that, like, I'm going to have to, like, in order for me to be confident in actually applying certain ones, I have to go through more schooling, but then I have to, like, it's like I have this higher concept of education that I haven't been able to fucking actually mold all together and then apply. So it's like I have to really be careful about how I prioritize on what I need to apply now. And so it's like I've like almost overextended my books, my book smart, and then I haven't applied any physical application towards it. So it's like I have to understand a lot more of it, or I have to do a lot more of it to mold it together, and then the school.
So you're talking about like in like the lab work, like you've done all the textbook and like the education out of it. Now you need to get into the lab and start using and running it.
But like I'm in like so many different aspects of life that I'm extending myself into, like spiritually, fucking just like psychologically. Like, it's just like, because what I'm certified in is a lifestyle coach.
Yeah.
And he keeps it at very entry level, at the very first level on purpose, because the way his program is you have to embody that lifestyle in order to become the next level. You have to become that person in order to become the next level within the program. It's because there's 4. So the first one's entry level. You have to do it yourself. And then you can apply the small practices that you've learned, and you can apply that within your scope of practice. But now I want to get more. Like I want to get I've already dove like into all these other avenues like of learning of the next level, but I haven't been able to go through that school yet to like actually like mold it together, like I said. So it's like,
so it's almost like that feeling of like you get a taste of something and like you kind of just want to keep getting more and more.
And I have the idea or concept of it, but I'm not a master yet. And I believe in like I don't want to preach what I can't practice. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to be fake about it. So it's like, but I know a lot of shit. So, but it's just like,
I always go back to that.
And then also being able to, like, deliver it to people the right way. Cause
that's big.
And like it's like one of the, what is that, Einstein quoted that if you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it. You don't truly understand it. Is that fucking Einstein?
I don't know.
I think it was Einstein about how like if you can't say it to like your grandma or a 5-year-old, if you can't explain it to a grandma or a 5-year-old, you don't truly understand the concept. Because like if you can, it's like one of those things. So it's like I don't want to be one of those people that are just trying to just spit all these facts and shit without being able to deliver it to a person that doesn't understand.
I know, and I get that 100% because that was something that I initially struggled with in PT. Was just trying to like. I think it's because of lack of confidence. Like, okay, like I'm a new trainer. Like, I have new clients. Like, I have to show them that like what they're paying for is freaking legit. And for me, it was like I tried to be very, very like sound very, very educated. Sound very, very like meticulous about things. Like use things that necessarily I know they don't know, but I'm saying them anyways. And it's like, okay, who is that benefiting? I'm giving them shit that they came to me to help them with that they don't really know. And now I'm even confusing them more and I'm getting frustrated because they don't understand it. Or I'm getting frustrated because I don't do it the way I want it. It's like, I go back to, I use this as a kind of grounding point and it's just like, I gotta think back how when I did this. And I don't try to compare myself to my clients, but like I'm going back, like if I was in my shoes right now, when I first started when I was 19-year-old, how would I handle taking all the information? Probably wouldn't handle it well. Probably wouldn't handle it well. My 19-year-old self would not handle it well. Why? Because right now I'm just trying to get into the gym. I'm trying to fucking look better. I'm trying to freaking build that confidence of just being comfortable with myself. And so I think a lot of times, and this is that old saying, like sometimes great players make bad coaches because they're so used to just being able to learn and get that like that chase. Like, okay, like I did this and I want to keep getting more and more. That when they try to force that on their players or try to force on their teammates, it's just like, no, they don't comprehend that level because they're just trying to, for example, they're just trying to learn how to fucking get a good 3-point down. Or they're just trying to get down their what's it called, their footwork down, and you're over here trying to do A, B, C, and D, explain all to them, well, they're just trying to do this. And so that's one thing like I struggled with initially was just like, I get a good read from my clients of where they're at, of their understanding of things.
Their willingness.
What their level is, what they want, and just...
That's a lot of it. Is their because if they don't have a lot of willingness willingness comes into like, trust and faith within yourself. So
Yeah.
it's like if you don't have a lot of trust or faith within yourself, you're not gonna have a lot of willingness to change.
No, exactly.
But the more you have faith in yourself, the better, more confidence you have in yourself. Like, and then like the more drive, it's like that willingness. If they don't have the willingness, at least a 7 out of 10, they're not gonna be truly willing to fucking grasp the concept that you're trying to teach. Because you're obviously, you're obviously better understanding in this realm for a reason. That's why they're here.
Yeah.
But if they come to you and then they just have that lack of confidence, but they don't have the willingness to get out of it, then that's where it comes. It's like, if you don't have fucking willingness, why are you here? You gotta find that.
Well, and not even that, because some people want to do it just because they think they have to do it, but it's that first sign of adversity.
But then it never sticks. Like, if they're not the ones choosing to do it.
Well, and then that's, like I said, that's where I take my responsibility as a coach to, like, okay, what can I do to get the most out of this? Because at the end of the day, they came to me for a service.
Yeah.
I'm not cutthroat that you need to fucking do this shit, or you're not going to fucking be able to do it. Why? Yeah. That's not servicing anybody, because I'm not benefiting from it, because I'm not coaching.
Yeah.
I'm not getting better. By just trying to force them to do something that they're not comprehending, I'm not getting better and learning, okay, why are they struggling with this? Why are they not getting this? So for me, that's a challenge. Okay, let's figure out why they're not getting it, why they're not doing it, and then go from there and build up on that. And so that's the thing, too. Like, when I get clients like that, I'm like, hey, this is going to be for a long haul. Like, this isn't going to be something that happens overnight. Like, we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of ground to cover. I want to do this with you, but we have to work within it.
Yeah.
And so with that, it's just like how you said, like, I think people that don't have that willingness, that don't have that confidence, that have that internal struggle, that doubt, the first time of adversity, oh, my knee hurts, okay, yeah, this happens. Or, oh, you know what, I feel sick, like, I feel lightheaded.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's figure this out. Why are you lightheaded?
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta check in with them. Check in with
why are you lightheaded? What did you do here? It's not a blame game. Well, yeah, you shouldn't be lightheaded, but it's true. I've seen trainers like that, and I mean, I just had this conversation yesterday. I had a new client yesterday, and I'm just like, I'm not the type of trainer that's gonna just have you do something, do it, and kill you because I want to kill you. Is there a time and place for this? Yes. There's some things that you do where you just have to fucking grind it out because that's what the objective, that's what the goal deems it. If we have a show, or if we have an event, or we have an athletic performance, or we need to get a certain amount of time in, or for something like that, then yes, we are going to grind it out. I don't have a lot of clients like that are performance or stuff like that, where they just grind. Most of them come to me for lifestyle, for just feeling better, getting confidence, getting better at yourself. So I'm not going to have that approach with somebody that isn't even confident with themselves yet to go through that. And so, like I said, it's all about just the building process of it. I actually kind of learned this recently, and just like, I like the challenges of, at first, like, I used to, like, when I first started training, I didn't like clients really questioning or asking me about things. And it's like, okay, like, no, I have education for this, I know this, I can do this for you. And then they would, like, when I say, like, question or challenge me, it'd be, like, stupid stuff. It would be like, oh, well, like, what does a waist trainer do for me? Or, like, I heard waist trainers are good. Or it's like, oh, yeah, like, I want to do, like, fasted or, like, our cardio. Fasted cardio and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, well, this is why you would do it and stuff like that, and kind of get an explanation for it. But, like, this is not what you're going to do. To where now my approach is, I'm not really so, like, just cut, like, no, you're not doing that, it's stupid. I'm very much better at explaining the cause and effects of things and saying, hey, this is what's going to happen, this is the issue with it. This is your choice, your freedom. If you want to do something, I'm going to give you what's going to happen for it, and if I'm right and this does happen, you can't sit here and be mad at me because I told you this was going to happen.
I've done that quite a bit too.
Yeah.
Because, like, I've gotten, like, I had to deal with that too, because, like, you know, it's like I like this saying where it's like, you can tell the child to, not touch the stove because it's hot, but you can tell them all the time. But until they fucking touch it, then they're not gonna understand. Oh shit, it's fucking hot.
Yeah.
So it's like, you have to take that approach with a lot of people. Like I've done this with people, like, during a class. Like, I'll suggest to them. I'll be like, oh, do you think that's a good starting weight? Oh yeah. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, they know why I'm asking. Yeah. I look at them like, you think that's a good starting weight?
Yeah.
And I'm giving them the option to be like, oh fuck, like, no, I should probably bring it down. But if I'm not gonna be like, no, start lower.
Yeah.
Like, you need to start lower. Like, I'm not gonna be like that. Like, look, like, we're both adults here. Is that a good starting weight?
Yeah.
And if you fucking choose it, and then you'll figure out it's not a good fucking starting weight.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like because people that like that's like in my class because when I say my class, like it's like the members go they can go whatever class they want to, right?
Yeah.
And so like there's certain members that just don't fucking get it.
Yeah.
They're
stuck in their fucking.
Yeah, they're
there. They're there for the workout.
Yeah, they're there for the workout. So I'm just like, that's why I'm like that. I'm just like, I'm just like, oh, okay, like like I'm not gonna sit here and fucking just like every single day try and tell you to do this shit. Like you're not paying me to do that. Mm-hmm. But like with a client, when it's one-on-one, and that's what we're here for, I'm gonna be fucking direct. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell you exactly what you need to fucking do. And if you question it, I'm not gonna be a dick about it. I'll tell you why. And then then I'll be like, well, do you want to try it like that? Like we could try it like that, and we'll see how it feels. Because some things might feel a little bit different for others and stuff. But as long as it's not so outside the the realm of being fucking safe and shit. Like there's obviously specifics that you have to keep.
Oh yeah.
But like I like to give a lot of. I like to have it be a little bit more exploration within. Rather than just being so like told what to do, I want them to question me with some things. I want them to learn. I want them to explore. I want them to like understand that they can do it themselves too. They're not gonna need me the rest of their fucking lives. Yeah. I don't want to be a daddy.
No, a babysitter.
Yeah, I don't want to be a babysitter. I'll be a renter friend. I love being people's friends. I'm serious. I love you. I'll be someone's friends. I'll talk with them and stuff. And I have clients that like I've opened their eyes to a lot because like they would think that like that. Like because they think about like a lot of things of what other people think. Yeah. And like, look, I'm not here to give a fuck like that. I have no bias. I love you as a person. As long as you're not a fucking weirdo or an asshole. That's all I always say that. I will be here and I will be a friend and I will help you get to your next phase in life. Yeah. Like I will help you become confident or whatever goal you want. If we want to do it, like specifics, like you said, like athletic performance based or. Then I'll be a coach in that sense. Yeah. If you want to just come in and get fucking worked, and I understand you have the capacity to do so, I'll tweak it to my thought process. Yeah. But I'll also keep it what they want. Yeah. I have a client that specifically is just like in there. He's like older and he's just getting into lifting. Yeah. And like he's all about the fucking like getting in there. Getting after it, supplementation. Like it's just like the initial process that people usually go through. They just like want to lift heavy as fuck. Yeah. And then when he comes to me on the weekends, we're doing he's not necessarily fucked up. He has pretty good recovery, like for the most part. Like, and a lot of it's mindset too. Yeah. What you can get through mindset wise. A lot of times, are you injured or are you hurting? Yeah. If you're hurting. That's your body, saying something. But if you're injured, then you shouldn't be working through that. But if you're hurting a little bit, if it's not going to cause like an injury, then fucking work through it. You're going to fucking hurt lifting weights. Like, that at that rate with like CrossFit and shit. Yeah. But when it comes to me on the weekend, it's very slow, methodical breathing. It's very slow. And it's like aware, yeah. And like I have to bring him back in, and be like, look, man, like I understand you love doing that shit throughout the week, but if we do this on the weekend, it'll keep you foundation, tempo for the whole, it'll keep you in that, because if I come in here and we do the same fucking thing, you're just overworking. Mm-hmm. It's like it's a credit card. If you're maxing out your fucking credit card and you come and your credit card is maxed out by the time we get to the weekend, we need to make some payments. We gotta make some payments. Exactly, we gotta make some fucking payments. Yeah. We gotta make payments, otherwise you're gonna be overdue, past due, and then you're gonna be injured. Then you gotta fucking wait, and it's gonna be a process to wait and get that credit down, and get the fucking credit line down, and get the credit up. Yeah. And it's like, would you rather do that and help out, or would you rather come in here? And fucking we'll do certain things that you're gonna get a workout. You're gonna sweat. Your heart rate's gonna be a little bit up. And you're gonna get a pump. You're gonna get your hypertrophy and shit, like whatever you want. But we're gonna do slow, methodical breathing. We're gonna do certain movements, and
And I think what's cool about too is if he stays pretty committed to his lifestyle, there's gonna be a moment where he's gonna come full circle and be like, yeah, damn, like Matt doing that for me probably fucking helped me so much, like throughout the years. Same with time and repercussion, because that's how I look at it for myself too. Like, there's so many things now that I look back at when I was like 19, 20, and 21. Like, there was a lot of bad shit I was doing, but like there was a lot of stuff that you would have me do, or like other people I would talk to that would kind of keep me like listening to fucking Steve and Jake. listening about stuff like that, I feel look at it, I'm like, damn, like if I probably didn't do that, I'd probably be in a lot worse shape. Or I probably would have stopped working out. Or I probably would have been a lot more hurt or a lot more fucking stiff than I am now today. So that's kind of like the full circle process about it, is that I can look back at like certain influences in my life, and that's kind of how I look at myself as an influence on my clients. Is like, how can I make and leave a positive impact on them to feel better about themselves and carry themselves for the rest of their lives. And because that's the same impact that I've had, people have had on me, to where it's like, okay, yeah, like mental, physical, whatever, being like these things have helped me kind of center and ground myself back to the spot. So I like to hear you like with your clients say that, like, not a matter of if, but when that kind of clicked in his head, like, damn, like, yeah, like Matt was having me do all these things, and I didn't realize how much it was actually helping me.
It's kind of like it is kind of like being the daddy in the sense.
Yeah,
like, you have to be the bad guy sometimes.
You do,
and like if you don't have that willingness to be the bad guy, you know, then you're never gonna fucking get through to people. Because like, how many times have you heard like, oh, I always fucking, you know, resented my father for saying no to that, but then when I grew up, I understood completely.
Yeah,
like it happens all the fucking time. Because when you're at a certain level of consciousness within in like a concept, you know, and you have someone else that's up here, and they're telling you, but it's like almost like being a child in the sense of that role.
Yeah,
and like, you know, you're just like, no, like no, fuck no, like you're not fucking doing that. Yeah, and you have to put your foot down.
Yeah, and like, and
then like, you know, they'll sneak behind your back. And they'll go fucking do it, and then they come back, oh shit, you know, like, hey bro, I kind of hurt my back. Yeah. You know, like,
I love it.
Or hey man, like, I'm feeling like shit today. Because
Shiloh just had one of those. This fool came in, I think it was Tuesday, or Monday or Tuesday. And this fool was like, yeah, me and Ev hit a fucking nasty arm day. I was like, what did you do? He was like, we just wrecked our biceps. I was like, what did you do? He was like, I don't know, we just did some basic stuff. I was like, what did you do? He's like, we did like 5 or 6 exercises of biceps. I was like, so you broed it out. I was like, you just fucking completely broed it out.
Who did you do that with?
With Everett.
Oh, that. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, all right, I get it. There's like a time and place for that. I like, there's some times where you're just like trying to get fucking juicy. You're with your boy. I get it. So I kind of gave him a hard time about it. But I was like, no, this is where you come in now, and I have to fucking treat you. Yeah. Fucking get your fucking body, get your fucking bicep fucking re-stimulated, so it's not fucking all fucked up and out of sync. Yeah. And we spent like an hour fucking just doing. He was actually late, so we spent like 30 minutes. So. We spent like 30 minutes doing that. Oh,
Charlotte running late? I would never guess.
Yeah.
I would never guess.
Yeah, so it's cool.
30 minutes? You ran late 30 minutes?
I forgot why he was that
late. What the fuck is this motherfucker doing, bro?
I don't know.
I guarantee you he didn't do something before he should have left. Yeah. And then when he was leaving, he had to fucking do it. Yeah. Fucking
hey, bro, I'm there for the hour.
I've experienced
I'm there for the hour, so...
Dude, there's many times where I'm just standing there looking at the front door, and I'm just smiling because they walk in, they just don't make eye contact, they look down, and they're just like, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm just like, look, I'm here for that fucking hour. Like, you say, like,
if you want 20 minutes, you want 30 minutes,
I mean, cool, it does piss me off in the sense because it ruined my fucking plan. But then, then I'll just we'll have to adapt, and like, because I am very systematic. Like I'm very systematic. Like I love things going like I'm ready to adapt. I'm ready to adapt if something comes up like that. You know, like life's, like you said, it's not linear. Yeah, it's cyclical, and so it's like, you know, patterns emerge and things happen. And so it's like you have to be ready for it. But at the same time, when I have a system in place and I have this thing in my mind, and then it gets a little fucked with, I get a little bit like, yeah, like,
well, and that's how I look at my whole schedule. So like, I don't get too upset about it. Like if it's like in the evening or like in the afternoon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's times where I don't give a fuck.
Where I'm just like, alright, cool. Like I'm here for the hour. Like I'm gonna go fucking bullshit with Jesse, or I'll do some shit. But like, it's the morning ones that fucking get me, man. Because it's just like, I could have slept. And if you know my sleep is good right now, like every hour fucking counts. Yeah. Every hour counts for my ass. So it's just like, if I have someone that's like, I said, alright, I'll be there at 6, or I'll be there at 5, or I'll be there at 7.
And you're not fucking there.
And you're not there, and I'm just like, I'm just sitting there just like, and when they come in, or they text me like, my bad, I'm just like, alright, cool, I'll see you tomorrow, or I'll see you Thursday, whatever the fucking next day is. Yeah. I'm just like, man. But it'd be like that.
I mean, yeah,
It'd be like that.
humans are imperfect.
Yeah.
They're not perfect, so it's like...
Yeah. So I kind of want to round off this one real quick and just, we kind of talked about this kind of from my own experience. We talked about it a little bit yesterday and today. But I kind of had like this moment a couple weeks ago with one of my clients acknowledging like, she basically like said that I was an asshole. Not like to be like mean about it.
Yeah.
But like just be like, yeah, no, like you're like an asshole because like I'm just very like straightforward with her. Like I don't really like.
That's a very thrown around term too.
It is.
Yeah.
Like and however you take it is however you take it. Like I didn't take it like personal, but like for me it was kind of like a revelation, a moment. Because for the longest time, I mean, if you've known me for years, you've known me. Like, when have I ever really been an asshole to anybody or been like considered an asshole?
No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say you're considered an asshole. I feel like I've always.
I'm very like.
I think because I know
yeah.
who you are, you're very like you won't like if you don't want to do it, you're not gonna do it.
I'm very like stubborn and
very
like logical, but like I won't try to like.
But not to others like that.
Yeah,
though. Like you
exactly.
weren't like, you weren't like an outward asshole. You were more like you were just stern, bro. You were just like you're just. Yeah, like, or you're just stubborn. So
yeah, I'll say stern, like, I'm very stern with myself, but now, like, I never wanted to be stern with anybody else. Like, I always had to come my own standard for myself, but it was, like, I'd never be stern with, like, other people or, like, anything like that. And now, like, because of how I train and everything like that, I'm very much stern. Like, I have to be.
Yeah.
But what's cool is because I feel like I'm more myself now, because I'm not trying to project something to other people for them to accept me.
Yeah.
I'm becoming more myself and being myself, and it was cool because, like, I felt like, it was cool. Yeah, no, thank you for that. Like, thank you for calling me an asshole.
For
like,
sure. Yeah, no, I recently had that too. Like, but I'm not gonna say who said it.
Yeah.
But she was like, "Yeah, you're just kind of a fucking asshole now."
Yeah.
I'm just like, no, I just
I'm more
it's who I fucking am. I'm just like, I'm not gonna reel myself. I'll reel myself back in certain crowds, but just to because I know I can be a lot.
Yeah.
You know, like I know I can be a little lot like a little like people.
Yeah. You could be a little exuberant.
Expressive. You know, like I can't hide it on my face a lot and shit. So it's like there's certain things I have to reel back in. But like like people know when I'm fucking pissed. Like like it's just, So but it's like at the same time like I know that that'll change how people perceive or what I'm trying to get through. So like I have to reel myself in that way. But like being myself is like I say fuck a lot. You know, like I say like there's certain things I just fucking do, and I'm like I used to not because I would be kind of scared of like, oh man, they probably think I'm like that.
Yeah.
Oh man, they probably think I'm this way. Well, fuck I am this way. Dude.
Yeah.
Like,
no, exactly.
I am this fucking way.
Oh, like I don't want them to think like I'm like that, or I don't want them to think like, oh, like,
they might not like me.
Yeah, no, I don't fucking anymore.
Yeah, I'm just because and same thing with like relationships and shit too. Like I've noticed like that's why I don't talk to a lot of women anymore, bro. Yeah. Like I don't talk to a lot of like I'm like I'll entertain. I like to flirt and shit. Yeah. Like I'm a flirt.
Exactly.
I like to flirt, but like
you know when you're serious about
energy and shit. Like I mean I go out. I'll get. I like to have fun. Is what I'm saying. Like I like to go have a good time. But like my intentions now are just completely different.
It's not like I'm gonna fucking go chase, hoping I'm gonna find someone tonight.
I'm not trying to ego please. I'm not trying to fucking people please, and I'm not trying to fucking be out there. I'm literally when I go out now, like my whole demeanor is completely changed. Like I said, like I'm just there to have a good fucking time.
Yeah.
And so like, I'm never gonna fucking I'm never gonna change how the fuck I am and that's why like I feel like the next person I attract is gonna understand me for who I am. And I feel like that's a lot of what I haven't had. Yeah. Is understand. Because I've always portrayed something different.
No, exactly.
And I can't blame that person for not understanding who the fuck I am. Because
you're playing the part.
I was playing a fucking part. Yeah. And so, like, if you keep doing that, then nobody's going to understand who you are. Then you're never going to fucking be understood. Yeah. Like, so I'm like, I got to just fucking be myself. And whoever understands me, whoever's around me will fucking stick. Like, they'll be around me for a reason. It's because of what I attract and gravitate. Yeah. So it's like, that's a whole perception or whole mindset completely changed. Mm-hmm. It's like, and once you do that, bro, it's fucking liberating.
Oh yeah.
But then it's everything you come in into battles with yourself now is that much easier. Mm-hmm. It just gets easier. But then like you can for me at least I can tap into deeper and deeper issues that I know are gonna take a while, but like I have these understandings of them. So now I'm just like, okay, now I can truly work on myself. I don't even want to be with somebody just yet. Because I need to work on myself so much more.
Yeah.
And so like, you know, like unless I come across somebody right now that fucking I'm like so gravitated towards, and I want to know them, and they want to know me, and like you know, like I'm not even thinking about that shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to be with somebody right now when I'm not truly,
yeah,
like you know, worked on. Like I've, you know, I need a little bit of time.
Yeah.
You know what
It's
I mean?
funny. I did like a. Fuck, I forgot what it's called. I think I fucking. Not personality test. I forgot what it's fucking called.
Oh, that nanogram shit?
No, not that shit.
Is that what that's called though? A nanogram?
I thought that's something else. But
and I think it's. Let me see.
no, basically like it tells you like certain like tendencies or like certain fucking like things that you have with like relationship wise.
What is that? It's the yeah, it's the nanogram.
No, it's not that.
Okay.
But I forgot what it was called. But like basically ask you a whole bunch of questions, not just about relationship, but just like how you go about life. And it was funny too because I call it toxic behavior because it is kind of, I'd recognize it's kind of toxic, and the reason why like I am the way I am right now, and it's very much like I don't want to commit. And people say, "Oh, you see a commitment issue." It's like no, not necessarily I have commitment issues. Like if I want to commit to something, I can commit to something.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fact that because I have so many things I want to do, I'm very very ambitious. I'm selfish. I'm very selfish. So I can make a commitment to myself, but to make a commitment to somebody else or to accept that is a lot harder for me to do right now because there's still so much I want to do for myself.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I don't want to settle. I don't want to settle. So it's just like I'm not gonna commit to something that I know I don't really want because I know what I want. So it's just like I guess like I said, what would you call that? Like
Patient.
It might be high standards too.
Well, yeah, you know, just understanding. I feel like you're just very patient in that sense. A lot of people wouldn't be that patient because like they're
in the rat race.
They have this grasp of like, you know, that significant other, and don't get me wrong, significant others can like truly propel you into different.
No, I agree completely.
If you find somebody that is beneficial for you, they will challenge you in the sense of growth.
I agree, 100%.
But not in the sense of who you are. Like, you know, I feel like a lot of people get together and there's just like this like it's
comfortable.
Yeah, and
it's comfortable until it's not comfortable.
Yeah, and like you know, there's a lot of relationship shit is so fucking fucked up nowadays. Right. But that'll be another fucking topic. Yeah, we can't even get into that. Yeah. But like, just how what we were talking about with you. Like, I feel like you're just. And that's just something that's not like a desire just yet. It's not.
Well, it's not even like I said. Like I'll say this. Like I'm very much like how you said. Like if someone fucking blows my fucking socks off, I feel like a genuine good connection. Like I'm gonna take the time. To go through that process, but it's not like I'm in this like frequency and like of like oh like yeah like I'm gonna go out with this girl like, because she could be the one. I want to have this girl because I feel like we could be like compatible. We could be together. Like no, like if she's meant to happen. Shit's meant to fucking happen. Yeah. Like, that's how I look at it now. And so, like, it's funny because, like, that was what came up on the fucking result for the test was, like, oh, you have commitment. Like, you basically have commitment. So I was like, I don't know. Because, like, I feel like I can make commitments to a lot of things. Mm-hmm. I think what it is, like I said, I have a selfish lifestyle. I have a very selfish lifestyle. Like, most of my time.
I feel like that's fine for right now.
No, here's the thing. Like, I think I told you a couple of days. Like, I'm very much okay with what I'm doing now. Yeah. Because there's a goal in sight, many goals in sight. I know what I'm working for. Not like I'm just blindly saying this, being like hoping like, oh yeah, like maybe I could make some money.
You have
like,
an overarching dream. Yeah.
I have it on paper. I have it in a place where I'm like, okay, I know what I have to do. If I do this, I know where I can be at in 2 or 3 years. What I'm going to be capable of doing, what I want to do. So having that in place is kind of like that nice like grounder. Like whenever I want to kind of like steer away from what I'm doing, it's like no, like. Stay on this. If you stay on this, you're gonna be good. Mm-hmm. And so, I think for me, like, I
think so. You have an advisor, right?
Yeah.
I think that's one thing that I've learned is that mentorship is going to be like just like mentors.
Mentorship is amazing. So I actually was talking to one of my clients this morning because he has his own like business. He has an auto shop. And we were just talking about just different things and challenges. And I was like, one of my biggest issues is I'm overambitious. I like to challenge myself to do so many different things, and for a long time that was the issue because I was trying to do all these different things at once. But I would get things done, but I would never do them well or great enough to where like it had a really, really big impact or a really big influence on what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And so now it's just like I've realized I don't need to be the be all, do all, end all of everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm at my best.
You gotta create a team.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm at my best when my life is easy. My life is easy when I'm not focusing on my weaknesses and trying to compensate by them by taking away from my strengths.
Yeah.
Time.
That's something I'm starting to learn too. That's why I took that what you said about that, because I was like, damn, he has a mentor for that, because I know for a fact me financially, look, like my parents are very good mentors with certain things, but not very good mentors with other things. Yeah. That's why I find myself listening to so many different podcasts, so many different YouTube, people that I have this sense of mentorship through, just to open my eyes to certain things that I've never been taught. So I'm just like, I'm seeking all this advice. Like I'm seeking all this, and like that's one thing I do need to seek is advice on finances, because I've never been taught about it. Yeah. The only thing I've really been taught about, or one of the biggest things I can take away from my parents being taught is sacrifice. Sacrifice, which is not a bad thing.
No, it's not.
But
you could say it, yeah.
I could say, like, but I always saw them sacrificing, but I never got to apply it. And then when I applied it with firefighting and stuff, then I'm like, okay, then I could see they've sacrificed a fuck ton. Yeah. But at what cost? Their own cost. Yeah. And that's not going to be me. Exactly. So it's like I learned both sides of that coin, what sacrifice is, but if you're sacrificing too much, then you're sacrificing yourself. So you always got to see the two sides of the coin, Oh, yeah. But like mentorship and like advisory is something that I need to, is like,
It's big. Like I said, I'm at my best when I'm able to be efficient, when I'm able to feel good, sleep good, not worry about things that I'm not doing well in, because that's not my strength. So that's why, like I said, like now it's just like, okay, like I'm not so much worried about, like I know when my money's gonna be there, I know when my money's not gonna be there, I know how much budget I have for the month, I know how much profit I need to make, what I need to do. It's all there in place. It's not a guessing game of like, oh no, like this person canceled, so like now I think this person, like no, like you have a fucking streamline of stuff now, like how things work. It's like that's expected. That's expected now. It's not like, oh, I need to fucking do everything I can to keep my clients so I don't lose any money. It's like, no, I'm expecting to lose a client a month or 2 clients a month. So let's put that in the profit or the loss margin, and now let's see what we still have left over after everything we profited. And for me, it's made my life a lot more efficient, and like I said, I'm not stressed.
And I need to start doing that shit, because like, like I have a lot in my head, and I try and keep track of shit in my head.
And we all try to take it a step at a time. It's not like I said, plans are great. They're not perfect because shit could happen. Yeah. But plans are great because at least you have a baseline. I'm really big on baselines. Look at the baseline for something and see how it's expected to come out. It doesn't mean it's going to happen exactly that way. But at least if you have that, you know what options you have that are available, what you need to do to get to where, versus like, dude, I've seen trainers that legit had like 10 or 15 clients, and all of a sudden they lose 5 or 6 clients and they're freaking out because they're like, fuck, like I just lost all that income. What do I do now? And it's like, luckily for me, like part of my system is like we're putting money away. The reason being is, for a reason, the lifestyle I have right now, if I need, for any reasons, take time off, or I can't train, or I lose my business all of a sudden, where I don't have as many clients I'm making the money I'm supposed to make, I have a cushion, I have a fallback of, I have this money saved up, so in case that happens. And so just things like that, to where, like I said, I'm not stressed, I'm not worried, I'm not here thinking like, oh, I need to fucking...
And then staying within that, like how I am right now, it's way more stressful. Yeah. Rather than just being like way more structured and, like you said, efficient. And it's like, I mean, obviously it took you time to get there. Yeah. No, it took me a long time, yeah. But you fucking did it. Yeah. And you've done it. And you are doing it. Yeah. And so, like, that's, just like anything else process-wise, progression-wise. But, like, it's things like that, bro. It's amazing, like, being able to step into who you are. But it's also like, sometimes it's just like, I just feel like I want to curl up into a fucking ball.
Well, I think for me and you, and this goes way, way back. Like I thought about this too, because I had my 1 year too, and I was thinking back about this, and I was like, what was different about this year compared to any other year? Because me and you have been freaking fitness junkies for fucking since we were fucking almost out of high school.
Yeah.
So it's not like we didn't have the passion for this before, or we didn't fucking have the fucking energy to grind this before. We just weren't 100% sold in it.
Yeah.
What were you doing? Firefighting. What was I doing?
Well, I was
in school.
Yeah, I was doing that for my parents.
Exactly. And I was in school thinking like, oh, I'm gonna do something else. But like, I was always involved.
Dude, I was always looking at articles and shit.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Like that was like I was supposed to be doing fucking papers, and I'd be fucking watching Steve, or I'd be fucking looking at fucking.
Yeah,
like,
just had this fascination.
Yeah. Exactly.
But like, it was never really sold to us, like you said. It was never sold to us to be.
Yeah.
So, dude, my parents are still fucking trying to get me to go back to firefighting.
Yeah.
Dude, they try. Dude, I don't. You want to know something? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because I know this is exactly what I want to do.
Yeah.
And like that's what pisses them off even more is because my mom did. I don't know why she's even fucking trying to go against this, but I know for a fact my dad didn't do exactly what he wanted to do. He just did what he had to do.
Yeah.
And I'm taking the privilege to be able to do that because I've been given the option, because usually the mission of the parents is to give something better to the child.
Yeah.
And the child is left with the unfinished business of the parents. So it's like, it's kind of weird seeing my parents go against me because I'm doing what I want to do rather than support me.
Mm.
They support me by
but it's projection.
by a lot, but it's a lot of projection. And I'm like, but that's the thing. It's like, if you truly know what the fuck you want,
yeah,
you better fucking stick your nose down to it and like get down to it. You know what I mean? Like buckle down and like
and well, yeah,
and do it. And this is not a business that a lot of people can relate to, or they can't like understand.
Yeah.
And so they don't ever want to give it a chance.
Well, and I think they look at it as like, I always hear the saying like, oh, like a big boy job, or like, are you gonna go do something? Because it's like, I'm doing a fucking big boy
motherfucker,
job.
I'm making an impact on people's lives.
Yeah. Well, no, and I look at it from a fucking business standpoint. I'm just like, you realize that in a couple of years, I could be in charge of fucking having fucking trainers under me. I have legit businesses. I have legit fucking tax forms. I'm a legit business.
Yeah.
You know how fucking LA Fitness or fucking 24 or fucking Fitness 19 or whatever, how they all fucking pay your paychecks? A couple years on the road, that could be exactly what I'm doing. I'm the one fucking signing those checks, having you paid for it. So it's like, yeah, right now it doesn't look like a fucking whole lot, but it's getting there. And it's getting there. It's getting there. So
yeah, dude. And that's like another thing about like becoming like your own person in business and entrepreneurship is like, you're gonna have to be able to take that heat from people that you think love you the most and support you the most. But like like
I'm happy with here things. I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life in the sense that I'm very secure. Like I know what I know what I'm able to do. I know what freedoms I have and what I'm able to do. So it's not like I'm like second guessing like, oh, I don't know if I can do this, or I don't know if I can do that, or like I don't know if I want to do that. Like that, I'm like, no, it's like, no, like, I know I can do this.
Yeah.
I know I want to do this.
I feel like if like a lot of people are like they're in like this like secure job of like paycheck to paycheck, right? And it's job security. But like if you want to get out of it, just fucking create a plan of like putting shit away with that job you have security with. Start upping your knowledge.
I tell people that all the time too. I lucked out with the ability of like being able to start personal training to my own boss.
Yeah.
We were going through a pandemic.
Yeah.
We were going through fucking. There was a lot of benefits, a lot of extra stuff. Yeah. I didn't have a whole lot of bills, so I almost I call it a Kickstarter. I was able to kind of get my thing kick-started because everything was going on, and now which I'm at a point.
Same thing happened to me too. I started doing my school. I started doing my school before even telling anybody. I saved all my money from firefighting. Well, I didn't save all of it. I fucking lied on that. I just lied to everybody. I fucking blew so much money. Because I wasn't happy, you know what I mean? And I love having fun, and I would go fucking blow money having fun. Yeah. But like I saved a lot. I had a lot left over, enough for me to have a cushion to get through a couple months of school.
I remember you going through a lot of money. Coming with the Havasu, you were spending some money out there.
Dude, it was fucking stupid. I was just buying people rounds just fucking because like they were standing next to me.
Yeah.
I was like, you guys want a fucking round? All right, cool, yeah, let's get around. Like, because I have this fucking money and I'm a child right now, like, and so, but I had enough left over to cushion me and barely, I've noticed this pattern of myself I like putting myself on a struggle bus because it fucking like it almost gives me.
Nothing makes you grinder. And then
It's a self-sabotaging thing.
It really
and
is.
like, I self-sabotage myself by fucking putting myself in situations, but I get myself out of it.
Character development. You're like, Matt needs some character development right now. I think we're gonna go to Vegas for the weekend. And then come back.
Let's go get some instant gratification and come back so shameful. So shameful and guilty, guilt-ridden. But hey, you know what? Memories, right?
Yeah.
But it's everybody's path, everybody's journey. But I started doing school. Fucking before even telling anybody I was gonna quit firefighting.
Did you?
Yeah, I was like, 'cause fuck you guys, I'm paying for all this shit.
Yeah.
Like, I know what I want to do.
Yeah.
But the thing was, it was so hard to tell everybody. Like, I'm like, hey man, you know what I just grinded out for fucking 3 years for? And everybody was like all happy that Matt finally had something stable.
Yeah.
I finally had something stable with fucking, retirement. Yes, he made it through.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, nope, I'm going to be...
Swerve. Yeah,
everybody's all like, he's going to be a personal trainer.
Yeah.
He's going to be a personal trainer.
Wait,
what the fuck?
What was my reaction when you told me?
That's not what I wanted to do. I have so much bigger plans of being a personal trainer, but that's like one of the initial starting points. And it's like, I used to do that before firefighting. I didn't make fucking shit.
Actually,
But like, I feel like everybody that was at my like inner circle, like like friends, they were all supportive.
Yeah.
I don't think you even like. I don't even think you reacted really to it. I think. You probably just were like, oh, that's Matt,
Well, I'm trying to remember. I think because it was after you missed your knee again, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing, too, that kind of solidified what my thoughts was like, I know I can do this job. I know I can make this a career. I know I can. It's not hard. It wasn't hard for me.
Yeah.
But what was hard for me was mentally, because I can't fake it till I make it. I can't be a fake. I fucking hate being a fake.
Yeah.
even though I faked a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I faked
I remember even telling you, like, when
but
you come
internally
down.
it just eats me up. Eats me up. And I'm like, there's people in there that there was their fucking lives. Like, they lived,
the kiss
eat,
asses,
breathe shit firefighting. And I'm like, I could do this shit. I fucking had so much fun.
Yeah.
And I loved being of service and stuff like that. But, like, deep down inside, I'm like, this is not what I want. This is not what I want. And I was like, I kept studying. I kept going back to fucking listening to podcasts about functional medicine. And functional medicine. Dr. Chris Kessler introduced me. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, holistic medicine. I started getting into holistic. Because, like, it connected with me. It resonated with me. I'm like, this is who I am.
Yeah.
And this is how I want it. This is what I want to do. And so I'm like, and I was going to go, I even interviewed for a certain program for functional medicine for being a lifestyle coach. But then I found this other one because of my injury. I landed up there at 0 Point Athletics, and Taylor and Jaron and all of them were doing exactly what I wanted without even knowing, because I was going to their classes and stuff. And then I was like started talking to them, and they introduced me to the Czech Institute.
Yeah.
And that right there is not for everybody.
Yeah.
A lot of people cannot relate to it, but I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I love. This is what I want to do. So I'm like, and I get to be my own person. I get to develop my own practice.
What I've heard about Czech too is like they have a really strong community.
Very strong.
Very, very
some
strong
people call
community.
it a cult.
Yeah.
And whatever you identify even a cult is, and a cult's not a cult can be a good thing.
Yeah.
If they have a certain mission statement that's beneficial to just making, the world a better place for all living beings.
Yeah.
There's no race in this shit. There's no, but understanding like past lives or like lineage and like things like that, when you get into the spiritual aspect, like there's a lot of groundwork I need to do coming from where I come from.
Yeah.
And where I come from is very, it's not a good fucking background. And I have to be the one to change that.
To go through with that process, break that cycle.
Yeah. And dude, like, it's pretty fucking wild, bro.
Yeah.
It's wild.
There's a lot of cycles, I feel like. And I feel like kind of we were talking about like what we said about like kind of going and doing our thing. Like, we're breaking a cycle.
Yeah.
We're breaking a culture. We're doing something that no one in our family's really done.
Yeah. And I needed that firefighting, just like a lot of people need military. They need, because my dad never got to discipline like a father because my mother took over a lot.
Yeah.
So I needed a daddy. I needed some older man to tell me, I don't give a fuck what you think, how you feel, no fucking excuses. If you gotta fucking do this shit, get it the fuck done.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you're fucking not here. You're out. You're not a fucking firefighter.
Yeah.
Dude, like, I got told before the academy even started, people like me don't fucking make it.
Yeah.
The chief brought me in.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, because I dropped something off very last second, which is very important, which is the application.
Yeah.
The last day, last second, like they were closing up and shit. And Chief was in his office. He's like, fucking tell his ass to get in here real quick.
Yeah.
Dude, reamed my ass before the academy even started. He said, people like you don't make it in my program.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
I was like,
you need that.
holy fuck. And like, it completely just, I was like, holy shit.
And you fucking, well, you probably never been fucking told, like, maybe besides fucking football. I know, like.
Yeah, like, but even then, like, you know, like, I couldn't, it wasn't like, I didn't have people's lives on my hands.
Yeah.
You know,
no, exactly.
I had brothers and sisters that I had to fucking worry about.
But they could talk to you like that.
Yeah, like,
yeah,
I'm like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
But then I needed it.
Yeah.
You know, I needed to get my ass kicked.
Exactly.
But.
Alright, well, yeah, that was a good little wave of talking like that. I know it's kind of a catchy episode. Kind of got to share a little bit about.
I hope people can relate. You know, if they're going through some similar shit. Like that's the only reason why. Like,
yeah, you don't have to be a personal trainer.
Yeah,
like, I tell all my clients about what they're going through. Like I said, that's one of my clients that I kind of helped her make this breakthrough was just figuring out where she currently is in life and where she wants to be. Kind of realizing that where she's at is kind of a stop, not just a destination. And so kind of now making those plans, making those moves to get off the stop and start going back towards a destination.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, you could apply that, like, not just fitness, not just freaking entrepreneur world, like, just look at yourself and where you're at, and you can really make some changes that you feel like are going to make you happy, make you a more fulfilled person.
And if I do have one thing else to say is that one of the biggest things that have changed my life is gratitude.
Oh, yeah.
Is gratitude.
Gratitude, gratefulness.
Being grateful for where the fuck you are.
Oh, yeah.
And understanding that there are phases and there's a pendulum. And if you're grateful for being in the shit, then you're going to be even way more grateful for not being in it.
Yeah.
And then when you get back to it, the shit, then you can be still grateful, like, okay, what is this teaching me? What is this opportunity?
I can weather
You gotta
the
be grateful. If you're not grateful for fucking waking up, if you're not grateful for what you eat, or the option, the ability to eat, if you're not grateful for your fucking lungs, your breath, your eyesight, your everything, if you're not grateful for it, you're not gonna give that out there. You're gonna be stuck in your own fucking bullshit.
Oh yeah.
So you gotta be grateful for what you got and the opportunities you're given, and then you gotta fucking work with that shit. That's all. You know, that's one of the biggest things that I fucking is gratitude, bro.
Gratitude, gratefulness. You feel like blessings that you have in your life. It's like you said, to wake up, to be healthy. And another thing, like if your life isn't all that great, just be grateful that you have the opportunity to make changes to it. You get to enjoy certain moments. You have certain people in your life. It's just finding things just to really appreciate. Because I mean, there are some shitty things in this world, but I mean, there's still a lot of things that we get to enjoy and just really appreciate. So just take some time each day. I mean, that's kind of one thing I did that this morning. After I got done training my clients. I went and got my food and everything like that, and like I had a really good phone call with a potential new client, and it's funny like how life works. And so I'm not gonna get too much in detail, but like it just kind of like I sat there in my car and I was like, I'm grateful, like thank you, like I'm grateful for this, like to be able to have conversations like that, to be in the position I am to do this and help people in that way. So it could just be a small little moment where you're driving home from work, or you're just at home laying in bed and you're just like, you know what, like I'm grateful for this. I think it goes a long way in having a happy, healthy life.
For sure. Yeah. It's like whoever you say that to, your God, your team, your ancestors, your guides, your angels, whoever you want to talk to. You know? Whatever your spirituality express is. You have to express the gratitude and live it. You can't just say, oh, I'm grateful, and then just go back to your victimhood. You got to be legitimately grateful.
Think about it. Like I always say, think about what you really have in life, and what would you like to be without it.
If you got food...
I have a whole other story that Brent just told me, and if we go into it, we'll go way over time, so we'll talk about next time. But that's it for episode 7. Pretty good episode. Good to be back here. Till next time.
Till next time.
Let's go.